For the second round of the E-Road Australian Rally Championship, we have crossed the Nullarbor for many of the teams, but there's a huge contingent here from WA as well. Round 2 of the E-Road Australian Rally Championship, brought to you by ARC Plant Hire. We are just a short drive, about 50 k's from the beautiful town of Busselton on Geograph Bay, or around the township of Nannup, and we are bringing you live coverage of Shakedown. So a little snapshot of who is where as we get set for a huge weekend of competition. We have something like 190 k's of competitive to bring you this weekend around some very famous stages in this part. They've been running this event since the early 1980s. So to Ross Tapper and everybody at the WA Sporting Car Club, well done. This is going to be a tremendous weekend. We've had a little bit of weather affect us already, a few mils of rain overnight and a sprinkle just before we came on air here today on our YouTube channel to bring you the coverage here. But although the road is a little on the damper side, it should dry over the weekend. Here is the state of play. We've had a brilliant first round in Queensland. This is the second stop on the tour. Next up in New South Wales, something new for the ARC. We're going down the south coast to Narooma. We're then off to Tasmania, the fast roads of the Adelaide Hills, and it will all wrap up with the middle of nowhere, everywhere rally, I should say, in Gippsland. Now, here's the championship standings for you. Harry Bates coming in on top from Scott Petter. This is in outright terms. Coral Taylor leads the race for the co-driver's title. Remember, she's won 2 titles already with Harry Bates and 4 with the great Neil Bates. And there's a lot of other competitors to consider too in the various classes that we bring you across the course of the weekend. And we'll talk more about that as we go. So it looks like we've got some of our first of our competitors already arriving. Jackie Shivey is with us for the coverage. So dive in there and have a word to Harry Bates and Coral Taylor. We'll give you a time as well for the stage. 3.7 k's, did it in a fraction over 2 minutes, Jackie.
Harry, what were you hoping to achieve in Shakedown, and how has the sprinkling just now changed that for you?
The goal for Shakedown is always to just get a feeling for the rally and try and get ourselves in the mode. It was a clean run, neat, maybe not as fast as it could have been, but it was pretty good. So the rain changed the road only slightly, not much at all.
Thank you.
So that's interesting. The view from people like Dean Herridge is that the road would dry very quickly, or we might get our cameraman to show you a little of that in a moment. Here is a look at the schedule for the weekend for you. So as I said, about 190 k's of competitive competition. When you take in transports and so on, it's something like 495 k's over the 2 days. We're in sprint format too, worth noting that. Second of our competitors to arrive. Here's Scott Petter and Glenn McNeil. They want to try and win this one after going so close the past 2 years. Jackie?
Hey Scott, how are you feeling in the car so far?
Yeah, good test this morning. Obviously the same road was used. Just a bit of rain came through about 30 minutes ago, which changed the conditions ever so slightly. Had a little half spin on that last corner, but car feels pretty good. Made a few changes today and hopefully a good weekend ahead.
We'll see you for the second run.
Sorry?
See you for the second run. Another run. We'll see you soon.
Okay, so that was a 2-minute 3.7 for Scott Petter and Glenn McNeil. And Glenn, because he's such a pro at this, was immediately talking to our colleague here, Pro Horriban, about showing him what the times were as they were filtering through. Quickest time we've seen so far, only a couple of competitors through. And we're going to show you a good snapshot of cars here, more than 20 that have come to take part in Shakedown today. So quickest time so far, naturally, to Harry Bates and Coral Taylor. Here's Lewis Bates and Anthony McLaughlin arriving now in the second of the Bates Motorsport Yaris's. It's a 2-minute 2.6, and that plays it's 3/10 shy of his brother. There you go, Jackie.
Lewis, what are you learning in Shakedown this morning?
Quite a lot. We started with damp conditions and now it's starting to dry out, and then a bit more rain, so I had it a bit greasy. So yeah, quite a lot. It's nice to be back in the car after Queensland, and yeah, we've had a good morning and learning a lot about the car.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Waiting for the next of our competitors to arrive now, and it's a big welcome back to Australia, to the former Junior World Rally Champion too. Did that back in 2020. Massive undertaking for Maximum Motorsport this weekend, which we'll talk about in the coverage too. So Tom Christensen and Andreas Johansson, the Swedes, should be inbound in a Skoda Fabia, and there is something like, I think they're into double figures of the amount of cars that Maximum Motorsport will look after this weekend. And team boss Dean Herridge telling me that's about 50 people sporting Maximum Motorsport attire this weekend. 2-minute 4.1 for Tom Christensen. Let's go to Jackie.
Tom, welcome back to Australia. What made you come back?
First of all, I need to say thanks to Dean and Maximum Motorsport and the support they gave. They pushed me a little bit and find some support for us, so I'm super happy for it, and we pushed at home as well to make this happen, and I'm so happy and so glad to be back. It feels incredible.
We're glad to have you back.
Thank you so much.
He is a great addition to the weekend. They're running a little hashtag on the side of that car too. Thank you, Dean Herridge. So awesome to have the boys here. He was electric in his appearance in the ARC last season, and however that deal has been stitched together to ensure that he can come back and play again, fabulous to have him here. Next to the cars we should be seeing is Alex Rouleau and Steve Glennie. Now remember, they weren't with us for the opening round of the championship in Queensland. Those cars were making their way back from Asia, so we misspoke Alex and his dad Peter, and Peter is in, from what I've seen so far here at Shakedown this weekend, the Skoda, but Alex running the 2022 Hyundai i20N Rally 2. So where we are is at the end of a 3.7k stage, and the final part of it is actually tailor-made for our cameras in that they have done some forestry work here. That's one of the many industries that surround the Nannup region, and it's opened up things in this valley section. So they come across the top of a crest, it opens up for our viewpoint, and then they weave their way down through the centre of a valley section, hook left and come up to the finish line of Shakedown here. So Alex was a real star at the World Time Attack Challenge in an amazing Lamborghini last year. Something like 1,500 horsepower twin turbo Lamborghini, but he's a three-time starter in the Bathurst 1000, had a bit of a journey in supercars naturally, but is now competing in the ARC. A 2:07.9, so best of the times we've seen so far, belongs to Harry Bates, a 2:02.3 here at Shakedown.
Alex, it's good to have you back in the competition. How are you feeling out there?
Yeah, feeling good. We were at New Zealand a month ago, and that was super fast, so this is a bit different and getting used to that again, but yeah, feeling good so far. Car feels good. We brought some stuff that we learnt over there, so yeah, a little bit slippery with a bit of rain, but yeah, feeling good. We haven't tried the soft tyres yet, so it's probably the only thing we'll change for tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Cheers.
The Intelli Spatial team bolstering the lineup of front-running cars that we have here, and the next to them is already about to join us, and that is Richie Dalton. Shamrock Motorsport, the Shamrock family and team, if you will, the business, have been great supporters of Taylor Gill, who's off doing some great things internationally. It's a 2-minute 5.9 for Richie Dalton, and it's awesome to have him too back as a part of the ARC.
Richie, welcome. What are you focusing on at Shakedown today?
Just to find the right setup for tomorrow, but with the changing weather conditions, the rain, and we were going a bit harder setup there the last few runs in testing, and then obviously got a downpour, so we're softening it back again. We weren't quite as quick as we were in testing, but it's the conditions, and obviously the road isn't holding up as I'd like. But all in all, a good start, and we're comfortable.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Now, we need to say a huge happy birthday to the next of the cars about to make its way to the finish line of Shakedown here. We are waiting for Jackson Long and his dad, Damien. Jackson is 19 years of age today. The teenager joining this squad at the beginning of the year had a hit out at Bathurst and Sunny Corner in New South Wales, an expanded two-car Petters operation, and he really impressed in Queensland, this youngster. They had an issue with the differential near the end, which cost him a couple of spots. He's 6th in the championship, but could have finished 4th there in Queensland. We're waiting for the time to come through. It hasn't quite come through yet. In the meantime, let's go to Jackie.
Jackson, first off, happy birthday. What else would you rather be doing on your birthday?
Yeah, nothing other than this. Probably the best birthday present was I got to take Toby Price for a run, so that was awesome. Yeah, we had a ton of fun and we're laughing the whole time. And yeah, the shakedown was actually quite good. The conditions have changed a little bit. It's pretty chopped up in there. So yeah, we're just taking it easy, having fun on my birthday. So yeah.
We'll keep the smiles coming.
Thank you.
Playing it smart, very wise too. A 2-minute 9.1, I think that was. So just to underscore what he said there, and that is to play it safe. He's been working at the brand new Power Play outlet opening in Sydney near North Parramatta, and they haven't, I mean, it looks amazing what they've done there, and I saw him on a machine that was polishing the go-kart track, and I said, is that a new lap record? He said, well, actually, there's been no carts on it yet, so it probably is. Now, Troy Dow arriving with a 2-minute 8.5. Jackie, just check everything was okay with that car. I thought I saw it crab uphill, but it looks okay from here.
Troy, can you tell us what are the conditions like out there? It just keeps changing, doesn't it?
No, it's not too bad. I think we've done worse, but yeah, just trying to get a good groove for the weekend, and yeah, just feeling good. Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll see you for the next one then.
Yep, see you then.
I reckon what I was talking about there as we went to Jackie was just a little patch of damp or almost mud, if you will, that Troy was coming through. The surface from the rain that we had yesterday had actually started to dry, and just before we came on air, we had a little more than a dusting of rain, I guess you could say, and you can just see the sheen on the road now. Traditionally here in the west, we have that unique ball-bearing surface. You get a little bit of rain on it, and at first, it makes it naturally a bit slippier and so on. Ordinarily, if it was dry, you'd potentially be wanting a road position. There was maybe a couple away from being first car on the road, just so that the sweeping was done and you're in a better position. But you'd argue if the conditions were like this, it's actually better to be up the front of things. So, but the key takeaway is it appears with a little bit of wind around us at the moment. We've got sort of 15 to 20k an hour. I think they're southwesterly winds at the moment, but it's drying the road really quickly. And Dean Herridge said to me this morning that with temperatures around 17 degrees, the kind of winds we're expecting and the weather over the weekend, we should potentially even see dust on Sunday. But the beauty of it is here at Shakedown at the moment, we can give them to you in 1 minute intervals. This is a 2-minute 9.09 for Peter Rullo, who is in the Skoda, as you can see, not the Hyundai like Alex. Let's go to Jackie.
All right, Peter, will you have the homegrown advantage this weekend?
Well, I'm not sure. This place is about 3 hours from my house, so I probably come here as often as everyone else. But no, I do like it down here.
And can you tell us just how quickly the conditions are changing out there with the sprinkling of the rain and now the wind?
Look, the conditions are the same for everyone else as it's for us, so you just adapt to it pretty quickly. But no, we had a pretty good run. There was a car off, so we had to slow down for it. But apart from that, it was good.
We'll see you next time.
Right.
That's interesting. We'll get some clarification on that car. We're not quite sure at this point here at stage end who that is. So the Rulo car about to leave us, and that's because they're checking with our team here some of the times that are coming through from Shakedown. So they've had reconnaissance and testing. This is the final hit out before we get into competition for the weekend. 2 big days, massive weekend coming your way. This is Craig Rando and Scott Beckwith. A lot of development has gone into this Yaris, and they are of the opinion, with the help of Race Talk, that we should see its best performances here this weekend. 2-minute 13.6.
All right, what are you hoping to achieve in Shakedown? What are you guys working through?
We've got a bit to work on. My mind's full of a fair bit of stuff, but it's really my driving technique. It needs a bit of work, so that's what we're focusing on this weekend, but that wakes you up.
Tell us about that then.
It's just good to get into the car after all the the work up to the event. It's good to get out there and actually do a skid.
Sounds good.
Cool, thanks.
We believe that the car that the competitors have been talking about that has pulled up on the side of the road might be Eamon McNabb in the Ford Fiesta, and he's a great supporter. The company ARC Plant Hire that he's very much at the forefront of backing this event, and he's running in a Fiesta, but we believe that's on the side of the road at the moment, so we're not quite sure why. So Thomas Lawton is the next of the competitors in. That's a 2-minute 14.2, along with Michael Lloyd. The TuneTech Auto Service Centre 2008 Mitsubishi is Jackie.
All right, Thomas, how does your car go on these conditions?
Yeah, look, a little bit different to the rest. I mean, we're still in the production car, so it's a bit rutted up around there. We don't have much suspension travel as the rest, but just working with what we got and having a good time. So cars seem to be feeling good, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Are you going to be making any changes for the next run?
I don't think so. Look, we probably just want to salvage the car as much before the rally. Everything seems to be feeling really good, so we'll keep doing what we're doing and, yeah, having a good time.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So just we have confirmation from some of our ARC team here that that Fiesta now needs, I think they want to try and move that car. So we may have a stoppage here or a delay in the shakedown running just until we can get that scenario sorted. So we don't have too much in the way to bring you here at the moment. Fastest of the times that we've seen so far from Shakedown belongs to Harry Bates, so our championship leader, coming into this with a 2-minute 2.3 with his first run on the Shakedown, and he's, as I said, the leader in the Drivers' Championship at the moment. So just getting a couple of updates on different things that are filtering through in terms of and times. I think Lewis was the next best from what we've seen. So both those Bates Motorsport Yaris's are in great shape at present. So oddly, the weather has eased here at present too. So we've got a little bit of blue sky peeping through, which is nice. But we are in a little holding pattern. So for those of you that are watching at the moment, we apologise for the delay, but as you can appreciate, the great team, there's more than 200, I think, officials here this weekend with the WA Car Club that run this event. We, are grateful for the help of the volunteers and so on. But we need to get that car into a safe position before we can resume the running of Shakedown here. At the conclusion of our coverage too, we will have the draw. We'll get our top 3 seeds for the event in. And we'll do our special E-Road Australian Rally Championship game of lotto in some respects and see who will draw what position for the weekend on the road. We might bring in Adrian Coppin here for a quick word. He's with us here at stage. And hello, mate. How are you? These are unexpected circumstances, but when they happen, we do need to do the right thing, don't we?
Absolutely. Obviously, yeah, Rusty, safety is paramount. We're not quite sure. It sounds like the car's just had a mechanical problem and just on the side of the road, but they've obviously got to make sure it's in a safe place before we can continue.
What is it with the contingent of Irish drivers? I mean, we've got a huge influx of them here in WA. We celebrate and support that. And they love competing in the Australian Championship round here, don't they?
Absolutely. I think there's more Irish here than Aussies this weekend. But no, it's fantastic to see so many of the Western Australian crews stepping up and competing in the ARC here this weekend on the beautiful ball-bearing roads of WA.
This, we said before, you've been a competitor yourself. This tends to dry pretty quickly, doesn't it?
It does. You can see already. We had a rain just before we went on air, and already the road's drying off. We had a considerable amount of rain, I think about 7 or 8 mil yesterday. And even driving out, I couldn't believe how dry it was. So I think if we keep this wind keeps up and the sun keeps out, it's going to be really interesting conditions.
A couple of cool stories that you can follow on the Australian Rally Championship website as well. Firstly, can we talk about the kind of sense of pride? We didn't get to talk about it with him because he arrived pretty quick in Harry Bates. Super job. I think he probably felt frustrated at the start of Portugal, but like he did in New Zealand, a really good, strong finish to that event.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great to see Harry go over there and have another crack at a WRC round, particularly in Europe. I think by his own admission, he probably said it was, he would have liked to have done better. But he showed some promising pace and he was third on the power stage there on Sunday. So I think hopefully you can find some more funding and get back over there for another crack.
What did we do to twist Tom Christensen's arm to come back and play? And it didn't take much of that, did it?
No, I think you have to ask Dino that one. I'm not really sure what deals have been going on there, but it's fantastic to see Tom back. I'm going to be really interested to see how he goes this weekend. He's obviously has experience from last year being here. He showed that he was quite quick when it was wet, so potentially, he could be one to watch for sure.
Okay, so that car, I think, is limping its way out of stage now. Now, they may not stop here for a conversation, Jackie, so let's just wait and see if we can find out. Let's try and get a word there if we can. These are the interviews we'd really prefer not to do. What's happened?
I'm not 100% sure. I think we've broke something going down the gears into the tight hairpin, and I'm not sure what it is, but it won't go into reverse. Okay. So I can get first, second there, third coming up the hill, but reverse is so we've definitely snapped something. The steering feels like the diff's locked as well in the front, so I've obviously napped something on the braking,
But these are the times. I mean, you don't want them to happen, but if that's the best time for it to happen. Have you got everything you need, you think, to sort this?
Well, we'll have a good shot at it. Look, we weren't even. You can see there's not a mark on the car. Yeah. So we just went off wide, and I couldn't get it reversed back out. Yeah. Bugger.
Yeah, exactly. We're about to let you go here because we want this to resume. But from all of us, I mean, thank you to have ARC Plant Hire supporting us for the weekend. Absolutely massive.
No problem. Thank you very much. See you, Rusty.
Okay, cars are about to start. We'll leave him to it. That's a shame for Eamon McNabb and for the team, but hopefully they'll be able to get that sorted. Great work by the team here. We didn't get to conclude the conversation there with Adrian before, because there are some really cool things happening in the E-Road Australian Rally Championship at the moment, and one of them, of course, is where we are off to next. We're very much about what's happening this weekend here in the West, but we're going to something new for the ARC, but an area of New South Wales next up in June that is home to some great rally competition. So we're going to take you to Narooma on the south coast. There's some very cool roads in that part, and looking forward to showcasing that with you. And I have little doubt that the Bates Motorsport team will have a great contingent of fans and family from the Canberra region coming across. It's not all that far really to go and do that. So cars, we believe, are about to launch back into this. We'll give you some updated times. We have 2 runs scheduled for those that are taking part in Shakedown today. It is something of a snapshot of the weekend for you. So the next car coming through, we think he'll be Mike Nichols, and he's at the top of the section that opens up just beside our finish line area here now. It's been, as I said before, a little bit of logging work's gone on. That's an important part of the industry around Nannup here. We are about 50 k's to the southeast of Bustleton here, and they then descend basically down through the centre of the valley, hook left, and come up toward the finish of the stage here. I think this is Shane Farrell on the long, lonely walk back up to who's with Eamon McNabb, obviously. So in the ARC plant hire entry, but that car is being worked on. It's great to see that hopefully it'll all get sorted for them. That car in the distance of Mike Nichols. Best time so far in this shakedown, and the road has, even in the time frame while we've had that short stoppage, the sheen on the top of the tram tracks, if you will, has started to dry. So that little bit of wind, no rain, working in our favour. Now that's a 2-minute 25.6, and probably just with what everyone was saying there before around the weather conditions and so on, just erring on the safe side. How was that? We had a little bit of a delay there. Did that reset the heart rate?
The nerves are going pretty well. I've only driven this car, that's about the 4th time, so I've only done probably 100 competitive kilometres in it, maybe, if that, not even.
Okay, it's a car with a little bit of history in the ARC too, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, so it's all about just learning for us here this weekend and see how we go.
All right, solid start. Thank you for talking to us, and we'll talk to them again after the next run. So now, the Croziers, I think, should be the next car inbound, both Darren and Michelle in the Ford Fiesta. And that's having a little bit of trouble by the looks of it, just getting up the hill here. 221.8 is the number. Got it engaged there now. We'll send Jackie into action here to have a little chat. Not sure what transpired there and why we had a little moment coming up the hill.
All right, Darren, was that a little moment? Anything to be worried of?
Just the brakes jammed on, which I'm probably overdriving it. The last couple of loops were really good. Loved it, but that last one was pretty, on the big straight. It got stuck on. I had to jump on the brakes, so it would have cost us a few seconds. So anyway, Forest tomorrow.
Are you going to be able to fix that one up? Are you feeling confident?
Oh, it's always done. It's just how I drive. So if you pull your handbrake on while you get your foot in the brake, it backlogs. Then it won't drive at all. So you've got to learn how to drive it.
Bit of homework tonight.
For sure.
See you.
Cheers.
They were something of a fan favourite in Gympie, weren't they? Great camaraderie to get that car all squared and sorted. K-Tech Engineering Motorsport, we think this should be Keith Hamilton and David Humphreys in the 09 Subaru, competing in the Wolf Cup as well. We'll tell you more about Wolf Cup. There's a huge contingent taking part in that. Time for the shakedown for these guys, 2-minute 29.4. And in fact, it looks like it's the O'Shea entry, is it? So it's Frank O'Shea that's arrived here. We've got a couple of them out of sequence.
Hey, Frank, what are you hoping to achieve at Shakedown today?
Just get a good run with the car and make sure the car's running all right. We had a few issues this morning, so we kind of ironed them out. So hopefully it'll stay good now for the rest of the day.
What were those issues?
Battery was breaking down, and now the brakes are starting to stick on, so need to try and get that fixed.
Well, it's good you've been able to get some of them fixed.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a continuation, I think, of that problem. The brakes might be sticking on there in the Rustic Metalworks entry. Next car inbound, Jared Kite and Chris Stilling, and it's a 2-minute 25.1.
All right, Jared, how are you going out there? Are you happy?
Yeah, it's a little bit different for us. We've never been on a surface like this, so just learning, take it a bit easy and ease into it.
So are you changing your pace notes now that you've been out there and you've experienced it?
Yeah, there's a few little things in there we need to change. Obviously, they're a lot different in a road car to where we are at pace. But yeah, it's only a short stage, so you can nearly remember it.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
2008 Subaru WRX. They're from New South Wales. Very cool to have them here as well. Let's see what the next of the... Now, the number we're getting here, the nice run too, that's Dale Lineker, I think, with a 2-minute 19.1. So that's quicker than some of the cars in that group that we've just seen, Jackie. Good job.
All right, hey Dale, how are you feeling in the car? How's it out there?
That was heaps of fun. Matt's unreal on that. Yeah, the driving was a bit ugly, but we straightened that up and we'll get through it all good, but heaps of fun, yeah.
So changing pace notes or changing the car?
No, we'll just change a bit of me. I mean, some of the driving was about as ugly as a nudist camp with Weight Watchers people, but apart from that, it wasn't too bad, but Matty will get me tuned up.
All right, we'll see you for the next run.
Thanks, mate.
Oh dear. He was bringing us one-liners in Queensland, and it continues here in WA. So, Dale Lineker there. Let's see the next of our competitors. And by that, we've only got a handful left that are entered or taking part in Shakedown today, and then we'll do our second runs for our front-running cars. And it's a 2-minute 23.2 for the 27, and it's Robert Foley.
Can you talk us through the conditions out there? What are you learning?
Oh, it's pretty broke up after all the testing, but it wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it.
You're puffing.
It's tiring stuff. I'm out of breath. Whew. That was good though.
Are you going to be making any changes to the car?
No, I think we're happy now. See how we go tomorrow, the first few runs, and take it from there.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
A little puffed, but happy nonetheless. The Yaris heads off. That's Robert Foley and Mitchell Gray there. You can just see the final few runners in our first pass over Shakedown here. If you've just joined our coverage here live on our E-Road Australian Rally Championship YouTube channel, we will be live on Fox and KO across the weekend as well. We're in sprint format or sprint mode for the weekend, so you kind of have two rallies, if you will. So tomorrow, and if you have a drama or a problem tomorrow, you can re-enter and run on Sunday. We have a couple of stops on the tour that are more endurance-based, where you need to be there on both days. But it's an unbelievable lineup, those that are contesting for the outright win. Now, this is a 2-minute 46.9, the little pocket rocket. And let's go to David Smith here and have a word with the team. Hey, well, Jackie's on the. Yeah, you go. You get. I was going to go talk to the co-driver. You want to have a look at the times, don't you?
It's left-hand drive.
Yeah. How did you go out there? Is it what you were hoping?
We're hoping that age and treachery outweighs youth and exuberance. So, combined age of 122 in the car, mate. We're glad we're here at the end.
Wisdom always wins. Are you going to be making any changes to the car?
We might swap sides. Yeah, just for help. No, we're not. We're out there for fun. Thank you.
Sounds great.
It's the 06 Ford Fiesta. The smiles tell you the story. What was the combined age? Over 100. Amazing. That should nearly draw us to, I think, the end of the first of our runners here for Shakedown. Now, for ARC Plant Hire, round 2 of the Australian Championship here in the West. 2 big days, 190 k's of competitive in the forests around here. They are iconic forest roads too. weather should be in our favour from the forecast that we've seen from the Bureau. Looking like, though, on the cooler side, overnight lows of about 3 degrees and temps during the day of about 17. But the feeling is if we continue to now keep things with a bit of blue sky, and maybe that little shower that we had will be the last of it for the weekend, in theory we might get even a bit of dust on Sunday. Awesome lineup of cars, bit of an international flavour amongst them as well. Some rising stars in Jackson Long, as we said before, turns 19 today, and he is very much part of the next phase, the next wave of competitors in the ARC. Perhaps one day hoping to follow in the footsteps of those that have gone on to compete internationally. And he's got a wonderful opportunity as a part of that Petters maximum second entry in a Skoda this season. He spends a lot of time running on the sim, and it's been a tool for him that has actually worked. We'll talk more about that as the weekend goes. Back with our championship leader, Harry Bates, fresh off a run in a Rally 2 car at Rally Portugal. Great story that. As we said there with Adrian Coppin before, probably a little frustrated in the beginning of the weekend. He'd competed in a WRC round in New Zealand before, was super excited to get back on the world stage, and in familiar machinery this time in a Toyota. He and Coral Taylor look like they are in scintillating form this weekend. It's gone very well so far. Best time that we've seen from him. It'll be interesting to see if we can go sub 2-minute 2 here. Waiting for the time to come through for Harry Bates. Hasn't quite showed up yet, I don't think. Two-minute 2.2. That might be a fraction faster. 1/10. He's found a 10th there, Jackie. So it's consistent, and if anything, just fractionally faster.
Well, Harry, you found some time from the first run. Are you happy? Have you ticked all the boxes? Have you achieved what you wanted?
Yeah, pretty happy with where we're at, to be honest. We had a good feeling in the car from run 1 this morning. The roads evolved over the course of the test, which took place before this, so it's interesting to see what the drying conditions are going to do this weekend. I mean, I know we had a little bit of rain before, but it looks like, based on the forecast, we could have a dry rally, so that kind of renders most of testing a bit irrelevant, but yeah, road position, we're about to find out what that is. We'll see where we end up.
See you back for the ballot.
Thank you.
He is the number 1 seed for the weekend, but the top 3 seeds will draw for that road position that is coming up. The E-Road Australian Rally Championship draw very shortly for the weekend. 2-minute flat 0.8, new fastest time from Scott Petter. And you can see a little bit of greenery on the front of the car as well. So he's had a crack. He's had a real good go there, Jackie. Fastest time we've seen at Shakedown so far.
So you've just set the fastest time in Shakedown. You've been pushing. Does that give you confidence heading into the weekend?
Yeah, of course. I mean, every time you go fastest, it gives you a little bit of confidence. Car feels really good. Glenn did a good job. Notes have been good. So, yeah, having a bit of fun. It's a terrific stage, and congratulations to the event.
For those,
you couldn't see it. He was laughing. He was laughing at me because if we get the cameraman Jai to pan around, that's what I've plucked out. I'll show you. They're laughing, and that there is what I've plucked out the front of the Petters Skoda. There was a couple of those in there as well. So he's had a crack. Next to the cars to arrive, second pass, second run for Lewis Bates. He's gone quicker as well, a 2-minute 1.2. When I say that, quicker than his first pass, but it does not beat Scott Petters' time. Petters is the time to beat so far with a 2-minute 0.8.
Right, Lewis, consistent times over Shakedown. Are you happy?
Yeah, we've got a good feeling. We're happy going into tomorrow. The Shakedown stage isn't an exact representation of the rally, but it gives us a good feeling, and parts of it are quite similar to the rally. So it'll be a challenging couple of days, but we're looking forward to it, and the feeling's good.
What do you think your biggest challenge is going to be this weekend?
I think the pace is going to be fast. It's going to be like a rally sprint. So, yeah, just maximising everything that we can, and yeah, seeing where we end up. So really looking forward to the battles.
Good luck.
Thanks.
That's a great quote for the weekend there. I think it is going to be like a rally sprint. So the calibre, the quality of the of the drivers and teams that we have here for this round. And yes, as he pointed out, it is only Shakedown, but there is a bit of bragging rights in this, a bit of confidence. That's a good run as well from Alex Rouleau, 2 minutes 2.8. I'm nearly certain that's quicker than his previous time, to the tune of 2 seconds nearly. He's improved. Alex Christensen, I beg your pardon, that's arrived here. Tom Christensen, well done.
All right, Tom, is it coming back to you from last year? Last year's experience, is it going to help you?
Definitely, yeah. It's good to have some knowledge. It is very special there. Everybody told me last year, but it's a different story to have done it once. So it's a big difference. Then I have not been so active by driving as well. So this testing was very important for us. So hopefully we get up to pace very, very fast. So, however, it feels amazing. The conditions looks great. I did the rain dance before I left Sweden, but it didn't work. So let's see. But it's fun.
You're going to have to teach us that rain dance.
Yeah, we will see. But it's not dust at least, so.
He was spectacular last year. Real character too, as you can tell. My apologies there. I looked one further down the running order. But Tom Christensen has made big ground there. Real good pace there. He'll be a factor this weekend. He was third last year, and he's targeting a top 2 finish, top 2 spot on the podium this weekend. So time through now for Alex Rouleau, who I was talking about. It's a 2 minute 5.6, and he has found, Jackie, 2 seconds on his first run.
Alex, you've just found 2 seconds from your last run. How did you do it?
Just raised the front of the car. It was probably a bit too pointy for me. Feeling confident of throwing it into the corners, but it was probably just a bit too much, a bit too flamboyant. So yeah, just settled it down, and yeah, it's obviously a little bit faster. I've just seen a crack in my windscreen, so I'm not happy about that.
So besides fixing the windscreen, any other changes heading into tomorrow?
Probably not. Besides tyres, we only had mediums for testing, so that'll give us a little bit more grip. So yeah, just that. Have a good sleep, watch some video.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Jackie.
And that's what they do. They watch a lot of video, watch things back, what the stage is like, and you almost try and memorise it and be aware of certain things. So 2 minutes 7.8 is the time coming through for the next of our runners. And that's actually a little bit slower for Richie Dalton compared to the first pass, Jackie. He did a 2 minute 5 on the first run. He might just be playing it safe.
Right, Richie, are you happy with that one?
We were happy until the last junction there. I stalled the car, probably lost a couple of seconds, but we're happy with today. We got a good setup, and we can be confident going into tomorrow.
And what are you hoping for this weekend?
I'm hoping for the best of the rest after the top Rally 2 cars. That's about as much as I can hope for. So we'll try to keep it clean and just enjoy ourselves for the weekend.
Cross our fingers for you.
Thank you.
If nothing else, it looks like a best presented for him too. That Shamrock haulage entry looks stunning in that green. So as he rightly points out for us, it is only a Shakedown. The time might have been slightly slower, but they feel comfortable with what's underneath them. Here is one of the real stories in the 2026 E-Road Australian Rally Championship. As we said before, it's the birthday boy, Jackson Long. It's a 2 minute 6 that time for him, a 2 minute 6 flat, Jackie.
All right, Jackson, are you happy with Shakedown?
Yeah, it was a good start to the rally, getting a bit used to the conditions. Obviously, it's probably going to be a bit different. It'll dry out a lot, and we'll get more of the marble surface, whereas in here, there's lots of ruts and sort of, stickier clay. So, yeah, it's a bit different, but to get back to used to the car after a little while is good. So, yeah, I'm happy.
How will that change if it continues to dry out? How does it change for you?
Yeah, well, we're a little bit way down the road. We're sort of 7 cars in, so we'll get a lot more of the road sweeping in front of us and a lot of lines to follow. And then, keep away from some of those marbles and hopefully stay in the swept line.
Good luck and enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Thank you.
He has played it, along with Damien, really smart so far. There's hardly a mark on that car. Very solid start to the weekend. It's not about setting the fastest time in his eyes. A young man with a bright future. 2 minute 5.7 for the next of our runners to arrive. That's Troy Dowell. And let's have a little look here. He's found, Jackie, 3 seconds, in the order of 3 seconds between run 1 and run 2.
Well, Troy, you've been really pushing. You've found 3 seconds faster than your last run. Yeah. How did you find that time?
I think for me it's just finding more and more confidence in the car and just feeling what it can do and just having fun. Really enjoying myself out there.
Any changes or just keep that confidence going into tomorrow?
I think we'll leave the car as is for tomorrow and just look at having another good day.
Sounds good. We'll see you there.
Yeah, see you there.
That confidence was reflected as he came through the valley section. You could literally see the speed of that car. So the easy up tyre repair entry in good shape going into the weekend. So well done. Next of our cars to arrive, it's Peter Rouleau in the Skoda, 2 minute 10 rather, 0.4. It's slightly down, Jackie, but not by much. Let's call it a consistent run across Shakedown for Peter Rouleau.
All right, Peter, are you happy with Shakedown? Have you achieved everything you wanted?
Yeah, look, Shakedown was what it is, but we haven't put soft tyres on the car yet, so yeah, pretty happy for the times that we've been getting with mediums on it.
Which stage do you think is going to work best for your car?
Oh, look, this car is pretty easy to get within the window. I think it's just going to be, a lot of stages on Sunday are probably better suited to my style in this car, but it'll be interesting tomorrow. First up at Helium, it's going to be a bit wet and slippery. So yeah, there might be a couple of cars off in the first stage. Hopefully, it's not us.
Hopefully.
There you go. Little something to keep an eye on tomorrow as you follow along at rally.com.au, our Subaru results hub. Next of our competitors to arrive at 2 minute 11.7 for Craig Rando and Scott Beckwith. And it is again, Jackie, by about 2 seconds.
All right, Craig, you've found some time. Tell us, how?
Slowly working on some things, but yeah, I've got a lot to learn yet, but just trying to keep my lines a bit more clean, getting a bit more drive, using my head a bit instead of my foot. So that's good.
Are there any stages that you're looking forward to this weekend?
They're all pretty good. I mean, besides the rain absolutely trashes them, they're really good stages here, so it's a joy to drive all of them, so I can't wait.
We can't wait either.
Cheers.
They've done some clever things together with Race Talk on that car. They've used some technology that you might find in some of the Peugeot rally cars, even Subaru and so on, and they feel that the development on it since they moved to that platform is the best that it's been, and that we should see some of its, let's call them PBs or personal bests for that car this weekend. The Mitsubishi now makes its way towards us, the TuneTech Auto Service entry. Thomas Lawton, it's a 2 minute 11.5. And he's really dug deep there, Jackie. That's about a 3 second gain, I think, for him there. Nice work.
Well, Rusty just told me you found 3 seconds from your last run. Are you happy with Shakedown? How did you find that extra time?
Yeah, that was better. Been a while since we ran on the MRF tyres, so just getting used to that. Sort of different under braking than what I'm used to with. So, just getting a bit used to that, and just trying to be clean and tidy is the main thing. So, yeah, that's it.
Any further changes heading into tomorrow?
I don't think so. I mean, probably just trying to get myself used to the tyres and the grip down here. That's probably about it. Nothing really to the car, so yeah.
Sounds good. Well, I'm sure a lot of fans will love to see this car out there tomorrow.
Awesome, thank you.
Thomas Lawton won his first event at round one of the West Australian Rally Championship. First win outright in a production level car. Cool story. We'll talk more about him over the course of the weekend. I'm indebted to Olivia Herridge there too, who's just sent me a little reminder of that statistic. So waiting now for the next of our competitors to arrive at Shakedown. Key thing to think about here too, just around the gentle caution that we've seen from some of the competitors in the open, drier sections where we are here now, where you get the benefit of the sunshine on the road, where you get the benefit of the little bit of breeze that we've had. It's a different story in the forest. This Shakedown stage is 3.7 k's in length, and when you actually are in the forest, particularly in the deeper sections around some trees and growth and so on that haven't had the benefit of that sunshine or wind, you can find some tricky damp patches. So competitors will be very mindful of that, and perhaps that was what Peter Rouleau was alluding to before. A little something to be mindful of. Okay, so here's Mike Nichols, and his time is a 2 minute 21.8, and he's found 4 seconds over his first pass too. So as they continue to learn about this car, Jackie, will be pretty pleased with that.
Right, Michael, that's 4 seconds faster than your last one. How did you do that one? What are you learning about the car and the conditions?
Just settling in. We mucked the start up there a little bit. I had my hand on the gear stick, so we fluffed it up a bit. But just settling in, just slowly.
Has it been a good shakedown? Have you achieved what you wanted?
Yeah, yep, the whole event will be a bit of a shakedown for us. We're not here to set any records, we're just here to get settled into the car.
Any changes for tomorrow?
No, just steady.
Okay, sounds good.
If memory serves, that rocket was once campaigned by Justin Dow. So big g'day to Justin if you are watching the live stream. Should also welcome, if you are waking up, it must be very early in the morning there in Sweden. If you are from Sweden and you're following what's happening with Tom Christensen, he has had here at Shakedown a very good hit out. He's come into this round, has returned to the ARC off the back of a very memorable run last year. You can find it on YouTube. Some pretty crazy moments for him. He's electric to watch, but he is targeting a top 2 finish on the podium here this weekend, and he's been fast and consistent so far. The best of the times, though, belongs to his stablemate. If you're just joining us on the E-Road Australian Rally Championship YouTube channel, it is Scott Pedder with bragging rights so far, with a 2-minute flat on the second pass over the 3.7k shakedown stage. Glenn McNeil in a preview video said we should have won this event the past 2 years. We want to. We are going to win it this year. So pretty big statement in some respects, but Scott certainly showing the speed so far. It is only shakedown. We know that, but it is a little window into how everyone is feeling from a confidence perspective, from a car perspective, and so on. Across the line, 2-minute 35.4 for the next of our runners about to join us, and providing we're a little out of sequence here, it is slightly slower, I think. It was a 2:29 last time by, if we've got the number crunching right there, Jackie, for Frank O'Shea.
All right, Frank, what were you hoping to achieve, and have you achieved it in Shakedown?
Oh, we have. I wanted to check if there's any issues with the car, and we found a few issues, so we'll just go back to service, get them fixed, and happy enough with the car other than that.
Are there any stages over the weekend that you think are going to suit your car the best?
Oh, all of them really. I think they're all going to be good quick stages, so yeah, we're looking forward to the weekend.
So politicians answer all of the stages.
Oh, they are awesome, to be fair.
Sounds
best stages in the country, I think.
Best stages in the country, Rusty?
Part of the many runners in Wolf Cup, and he's highlighted there we saw him when he left the end of Shakedown before with a little issue of some kind. So a bit of work to do back in Service Park in Nannup. Next to the times to come through is a 2-minute 32 for the Thomas entry, and we don't have a run 1 for them. So this is actually their first run, Jackie, for Shakedown.
So is this your first run out there? How was it?
We did a couple testing runs and we had some issues, went back to service. We missed the first Shakedown run, but we made it just in time for this run. It's chopped up a heap since we were back out, but yeah, no, it was alright.
What were some of the issues that you were having?
We burst some power steering lines, so it sprayed power steering fluid everywhere, so that's very cool.
But you made it in the end. Are you happy with that?
Yes, very happy.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
A little bit of telltale smoke coming from underneath that car, Jackie. So well done to Kelly Thomas and Amelia Jordan there as they head off in the 22. Stick around with us on our coverage here. We're nearing the end of Shakedown. The competitors who'll be taking part in round 2 this weekend, which you can see on Fox and KO and on our YouTube channel as well. The big 2 days of action gets underway tomorrow morning here in Western Australia. But the one thing we still have to do at the conclusion of Shakedown is to sort who will be where on the road for our top 3 seeds, and that draw is coming your way very shortly. They are just off camera here at the moment and waiting for that to happen. So that is Harry Bates, Scott Pedder and Lewis Bates, and they'll be joining us in a moment. Next of the cars inbound, and we'll check some of the final Shakedown times for you. I think this is Dale Lineker and Matt Lee. They were 2-minute 19.7 that time. It's slightly slower to the tune of 0.6 of a second, Jackie, but I have no doubt you'll have to be careful with the microphone. He is cheeky.
All right, Dale, we're keeping it PG. Can you tell us which...
Good. It was a lot better run. It was a lot cleaner, tidier. Yeah, I listened to Matt on the notes. It was a good fun run.
Are there any stages that are going to suit your car better over the weekend, do you think?
Oh, no, I think we're just going to have a ball where, trying to get used to these roads, and everyone says they're really crazy and pretty slippery, but they're not too bad at the moment. So, we just want to get rid of that hoodoo out of my head I think we'll have a bit of fun.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Jackie.
Well done. He kept it PG, as you requested too. Nice work, boys. Big smiles as they head off. You can stay up to date, of course, too, on our official Australian Rally Championship social platforms. Lots of great content coming your way this weekend. Some notable narratives, some fun with the competitors as well. We've got here, a 2-minute 22.7 for the 27 of Robert Foley, and that is actually fractionally better. It was a 2-minute, probably about a second quicker maybe than last time. Let's call it that.
All right, Robert, are you happy with that one? It was a bit quicker, wasn't it?
Felt a bit quicker anyway, so see how we go.
What did you change?
Just drove harder. Bit more commitment. Yeah, so good with this man on the notes.
I was going to say, are you going to be making any changes to your pace notes overnight?
No, I don't think so. We're pretty happy from everything we've done so far, so give her the beans tomorrow again and away we go.
Sounds good. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
If you are in the Bustleton area as well, we'd love to see you tonight for the ceremonial start too, on the shores of Geograph Bay, with its trademark jetty in the background. Huge turnout, as always, for that this evening. So come along to the official opening of the event tonight before they hit the forest proper tomorrow. Final few competitors to come our way for our special live coverage of Shakedown for you. Huge weekend of motorsport generally, and it's nice that the E-Road Australian Rally Championship is adding to that plethora of competition for you. Just waiting for a confirmation if we are going to see any more runners or whether that is the end of it at present. Remember, you can go to rally.com.au as well and head to the Subaru Results Hub and see just how things are progressing over the course of the weekend, particularly in the different classes as well. We have Junior Cup this year. We have our outright ARC competitors, both from a drivers and co-drivers standpoint. Wolf Cup is huge in 2026. Not sure yet whether that will be it. We're just looking across to some of the officials here to get the AOK. We can hear a car inbound coming across the top of the valley section now in the distance. So we do have a few of them still out and about here at the moment. Crews will have an afternoon of final checks, tidy-ups, and they'll look tremendous at Geograph Bay there tonight in Bustleton. As they descend into the valley section here, they can really open it up on this long stretch of road, and then it's a hard break. You'll hear them trying to pull the car up, hook the car left, and then it's a slight run uphill to the finish line, and where we are standing by here at the very end of Shakedown. Plenty of stories coming out of that opening round only a few weeks ago in April there at Gympie in Queensland. Accent Benchtops Rally Queensland. Tremendous stuff for Harry Bates and Coral Taylor. An issue for Jackson Long on Sunday afternoon after what looked like a top 4 finish, but he still brought it home an excellent 6. They persisted and managed to work through that issue, and he's come into this weekend with the right mindset as well. Now, this is a 7-minute 45.1, so Jackie, whatever's gone on here is not ideal. So something has happened there. I'm not sure whether they've gone off the road or had some sort of problem.
Can you tell us what happened out there?
We had a bit of a car problem, maybe a boost problem, and we were trying to sort that out, and I wasn't paying attention, then hit a rock and broke a wheel. So, yeah, anyways.
You've limped it back here. Do you reckon you'll be able to fix that one up?
The wheel's fine, and the car seems straight. It's just the boost problem. We'll try and work out what it is, and hopefully we're good to go tomorrow.
We're crossing our fingers that you can.
Thank you.
Well done to Jared Kite and Chris Stilling there. So that's the place to have it if you're going to have a drama of that kind. Now, to give you just a quick look at some of the times while we get set for our draw here, the quickest numbers that we've seen from Shakedown today. Third fastest time, Harry Bates, a 2-minute 2.2. Lewis Bates with the second quickest time, a 2-minute 1.2. Best of the runs. They had 2 passes over Shakedown here today. That goes to Scott Better. A 2-minute flat 0.8. We'll bring in our top 3 seeds here now, and I'll get into kind of game show mode. Can I give that to someone? I don't know if I need this. Come on in. Firstly, can we get a little thought on Shakedown? Second fastest time for you, but I feel like you guys are in a nice, consistent, good form heading into the weekend.
Yeah, we had a good run at Shakedown. It was nice and clean. It's probably not that representative of the rally, but we tried a few things with the car and the feeling's good, so excited to get going in the weekend.
Absolutely. You can take that and build on it. For you, though, there is a little bit of bragging rights in that. That was quick, mate, but on the limit by the looks of it too, was it?
No, it was okay. We were in some of the corners pretty tight, so a few branches in there, but no, good stage. Nice to have some sun out for tomorrow and hopefully a dry forest rally.
Couldn't agree with you more. I feel like the word for you is consistency. If you look at the numbers on both of those passes, it is in great shape going into the weekend.
Yeah, for sure. You never want to be a second off the 2 guys in front of you, so maybe we were missing that last little bit and we need to have a review and look at that. But yeah, we had a consistent morning and the car felt really strong on the Shakedown. So the rally's a different ball game. You know, you don't know the roads and you don't know the conditions either. So we'll have to go out there tomorrow and see where we stack up. But I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we are too. Gentlemen, in a former life, I work with Grant Denyer. I am not a game show host. I'm terrible at that. What we have here, firstly, we're going to get the third seed for the weekend to shuffle them for us. So, Lewis, if you wouldn't mind going in there, give those a little shuffle. Then we'll get first, second and third seed to draw them in that order. But, gentlemen, I would ask you please not to reveal them until the end. So, Harry, you go in there first. Pick your envelope. Scott, you're next. And that is yours. Lewis. Gentlemen, for all the cameras that are here, I keep using gentlemen, I hope you'll all live up to that. Please look toward the cameras for us and let's reveal our positions on the road for the start of things tomorrow. Third position for Harry Bates. Scott has got, let's call it pole. He's first on the road. And just what he didn't want, he said, is second good for you? I mean, if it dries out like this and so on, a little bit of sweeping from the guy in front of you?
Yeah, I'm happy with 2. It's about time Scott drew 1. I'm happy about that. So, but yeah, the bit of rain, it probably doesn't really matter so much tomorrow with the road sweeping. But for sure, I think 2 is a good position to be in.
All right. Do you feel hard done by? Was this your turn to get number 1?
Oh, but definitely my turn. Look, certainly if it was really super dry, which it hasn't been, obviously, one's a big disadvantage. So obviously we're getting to the wet patches first, if there is any. So I think I would prefer 3, but I'm not disappointed with 1.
Okay, are you happy with 3? I think you would be.
Yeah, happy with 3 for sure. I mean, the rain has reduced some of that disadvantage for the sweeper, but it is still something that exists at this rally no matter what. And as Scott said, it's never nice being the pioneer in changing conditions. So happy with 3. Obviously, there's a few guys behind us as well that are very relevant in the fight this weekend. You've got Tom Christensen, Alex Rulo, Richie Dalton. There's a series of good guys here. So being a bit further back, closer to them on the road is nice because they'll be coming through fast.
Total pro as I expected, and what he's just done is previewed the weekend for you because we are in for a cracker. That is the draw done. That is Shakedown done. We hope you've enjoyed it. The stage is set for a fabulous ARC Plant Hire second round of the E-Road Australian Rally Championship. You can catch it all across the weekend. Stay across the results as well. It is going to be a beauty. We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.